Verizon Wireless Bucks Diaries has been brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Join in. And presented by Beef O'Brady's Family Sports Pub. Every neighborhood should have one. Welcome back to the show. Outside Gate C, as in competitor. You know, putting out the competitive fires is nearly impossible for most professional athletes once their playing days are over. Where to apply that adrenaline, that focus, that will to compete? Bob Alvarez now profiles a former Buccaneer who is still a living testimony to endurance and willpower.
A lesson that I learned from my first Pop Warner coach. His name was Sal Mazuka. He thought he was Vince Lombardi. And I was a 10-year-old, and he just believed in that work ethic. You know, never say never. Work hard when you get into a game. If you know that you've worked harder than your opponent, you're going to play better than he does.
When those words fell on his young ears 30 years ago, John kept them in his heart and in his mind. They pushed him through 9 fulfilling seasons with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Today, they are motivating him to succeed in his newfound passion, triathlons, and in his career as a financial advisor.
So you have to set goals, you have to work hard, you have to prepare yourself and be the best that you possibly can be. So when it comes time for that opening whistle, or in our case, that opening bell, you're ready to make decisions based on your preparation.
The war-torn helmet is a reminder of why the difference between winning and losing is not the adversity, but how you overcome it. The former third-round draft pick only once played on a Buccaneers team that won more than 5 games. Consequently, his memories have more to do with friendships than football.
I've been honored to have played on the same defensive line as Leroy Selman and David Logan. 2 people that I have the utmost respect for. Anyway, yes.
Contact these days is with clients instead of offensive linemen. To properly serve them led to the formation of the Cannon Group, a team of financial experts long on knowledge and hours.
So you've just worked your 8, 10, 12-hour day. You're ready to go home and relax? Well, for John Cannon, the day is just getting started.
Miles and hours of running, swimming, and biking satisfy John's hunger for athletic competition. During the past 5 years, he's traveled the world competing in triathlons, winning some of the time, but often ahead of the pack in the race to aid charities. Crossing the finish line is not always about the race.
The sport has introduced me to some wonderful people, some new friends, and it's enabled me to continue to compete, but more importantly, to be an ambassador for the bigger athlete that maybe has been shy about getting involved in a different sport.
The triathlon's landscape and the financial field encourage this 40-year-old to succeed. As it was on the gridiron, the satisfaction is often found in the personal touch.
A lot of fellowship. That's what it's all about. That's why I get up 5 o'clock in the morning to train, because of the feeling and the people that I've met.
For Verizon Wireless Bucks Diaries, I'm Bob Alvarez.
Look at this smile on my face. This is my new toy, my bike.
John looks tremendous, huh? Lean. Well, if he's playing now, we'd probably have to move him to linebacker from his defensive end spot, or maybe all the way back into the secondary to play with John Lynch, who's about that same size of 230 pounds. Well, that's it for this week's show, but be sure to join us next Monday night. We've seen Herman Edwards in action on the sideline. Now Bob Alvarez will sit down with the assistant head coach for an in-depth interview. We'll find out how Sean King is handling the pressure of being a starting quarterback in his hometown. And we'll take in the game from the perspective of the man responsible for guiding the Smoothie King, Clyde Christensen. And we'll also hope that the weather is this gorgeous come Super Bowl Sunday in January. And now from Raymond James Stadium, for every member of our Verizon Wireless Bucks Diaries team, I'm Paul Kennedy. See you Monday night.